Hey, Cancer. Welcome to your July 2024 message for the month ahead. My name is Kelly Lunt. I'm a YouTube channel, and I love giving you guys the messages from Spirit that will help you get happy, get clarity on your next steps to take towards your manifestation, as well as enjoy the journey to get to them. If you'd like a personal reading, the link for that is down below in the description. I also go live every Tuesday for free at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Instagram and Facebook if you'd like a free mini personal reading. So come hang out. Without further ado, Cancer, this month, your soul level lesson is all about like being able to be happy. So you actually got a lot of good cards. It's all about being happy, prioritizing your happiness without like the sacrifice of relationships, without you, because everyone knows that person who's I'm just doing me, and they also just don't know how to be in relationships. Don't worry, that's not you. You might feel like you're being a little bit selfish, but that's just because you're actually thinking about, well, here's what I want, and you're thinking about it first instead of second, third, and last. So it's okay to like bring it up. Then you hear what the other person wants. Sometimes it's going to be obvious, like, all right, you win. Sometimes it's going to be, okay, no, actually, you win. Sometimes it'll be like, well, hey, can we come to a third solution that works for both of us? Um, so this month is all about you prioritizing I don't want to say prioritizing happiness. It's not quite right. It's all about like being happy and be okay with being happy if those around you aren't happy. Because what's crossing that happiness, and why I word it that way instead of prioritizing your happiness, is you got the Queen of Fire. The Queen of Fire is like that queen of like coming into her own, speaking up for herself, defending her own beliefs. And even if someone's not at like the council defending her, she's still like, no, guys, I know I'm right. So it means that your happiness is like well earned, well deserved. So there's nothing to be ashamed, abashed by it. There's no reason to try to hide it. Um, like you deserve this happiness you found, Cancer. And there's no need to hide it because others might not be as happy around you or try to downplay it or go and sabotage it. So yeah, your soul lesson is really about be okay that you're going to feel a different emotion than other people and that yours is happiness, and don't try to downplay it. In terms of how this is playing out in your day-to-day life, like the human level lesson, you got the World card there, which means it's like the reason why you're so happy is because you've completed a cycle. It could be that I finally finished medical school and my internships and my fellowships, and now I just get to be a doctor. So like it's okay for you to be happy while others are like struggling. It's okay, like it whatever the success is, it's well earned. You don't need to justify it, you don't need to hide it. Like it's really just time to feel proud of your accomplishments and at least acknowledge them to yourself if you don't feel comfortable acknowledging them to other people. In your recent past, okay, interesting. You got the 8 of water clarified by the Fool. The 8 of water is like the moving on card. The difference between the 8 of water and the Fool card, the 8 of water is where I know I can't do this anymore. I need to go somewhere else, and facing the unknown is worth it. The dreamer card, the Fool card, is like you're willing to take off on a new adventure, like that naive fool. Like I know I don't know everything I need to know, but I want to go for it. I'll figure it out along the way. But I want to Okay, you're having a little bit of a desire to like move away from a social circle, some friends, or maybe just connecting with old friends in a new way. Um, Sometimes relationships can morph, guys. What used to be your workout buddy can become your coffee buddy, can become your let's bitch about life buddy, can become your let's do this um, Zumba class buddy. Like, so relationships can morph and change over time in terms of how you guys like interact and like play together. You're just definitely feeling like a great looking for more satisfaction of your personal life. And you definitely want to move away from some people. There's no nice way to say that, Cancer. And I get it. You know, when I've been wealthy, I'm like, I kind of want to hang out with people who do the things I can do. When I've been broke, I'm like, who just wants to kick it in the river with me? So like, it's okay, guys. It's okay, Cancer. Um, and be okay that you wanna allow some new friends in. In terms of this current moment, you got the Chariot card. That's the card of, like, action, action, action. The only reason yeah, you gotta reevaluate. I don't wanna say, like, reevaluate your friend circle completely. I think it's more about reevaluating what you share and how you share it with some people. And for my little ADDers, ADHDers, it's not normal. I'm guilty of it, so I'm not judging anyone. It's not normal to talk about money in the first couple months of knowing someone, whether it's a friend, a coworker. It's not normal, guys. So some people you're not going to be able to talk about your success with. Some people you can, because they're only preventing you from like, woohoo, let me enjoy my life. Let me go. Maybe you want to get a car. Maybe you want to get new clothes. Is that, it's going to like piss some people off, ruffle some feathers, hurt their feelings. Like, how can you go and buy that like $200 bag when we can't even pay our electric bill? So that's the only thing that's like stalling you a little bit. Um, and that's why I say like maybe when you go over to that house, you don't bring your nice clothes, you don't bring your nice bag, you grab your Target bag. So it's like kind of learning to like dress appropriately for the situation you're going to. And sometimes that does mean dressing down. Okay, in your near future, you got the Justice card. Okay, so essentially, as of right now, the energetic read is you're not going to take any advice I just gave you with be okay with dressing down, be okay that you may not be able to celebrate your success even with some of your family. Because guys, anyone who's struggling to pay their bills does not want to hear, oh, the vacation was just so hard to book. Come on, if they can't pay their bills, they don't want to hear that. As of right now, you're going to be a no, I should be able to share this with you. So that looks like the example I gave. It also looks like, say you got a new love interest. Maybe I'll be more direct. Girls, don't treat your boyfriends like a girlfriend. Obviously, females just fucking talk and ramble because we want to connect and all that good stuff. But like, try to curtail a little bit and then schedule tea with your girlfriend so you can do the nitty gritty detail. Because and like, don't make your boyfriend sit there and listen to getting your lash extension done or like just tell him like, yeah, like the lashes, like, yeah, she took forever. She kind of messed up. It was annoying. That's what you tell your boyfriend. Your girlfriend, you're gonna be like, oh my God, you wouldn't even believe it. When they greeted me at the door, this and this, it just set me off in the bad mood when I even walked in there in the first place. Then they weren't venting the air out. Like save that shit for your girlfriend. Because right now it looks like you're just gonna be a little no, I should be able to tell this to you. No, you should be listening to me. I should be able to share my vacation, even if you're struggling to pay bills. I went to school, you didn't. But guys, like, so you're either going to learn the lesson the hard way or just take my advice. Talk about your money with your other friends who have money. Talk about your amazing relationship with your other friends who have good relationships. Don't talk about with your friends who have bad relationships. Um, yeah, or learn the hard way. That's up to you. It's your life. Is there Okay. In terms of your personal power this month, keep going to a fire. That's when you're like, yeah, you very likely just completed like some long schooling or you've just got like your highest paying job. So it's like just keep going. You're at a confident stride, keep going. It does look like you're going to have a little bit of social lessons, learning what to share, when to share, what not to share. But keep going on your career path because that's going to bring you a lot of joy and satisfaction. In terms of outside influences, all I can tell you is that as of right now, you're going to be a little bit shamed because you think you're just sharing your successes. Like, guys, of course I bought that like Tesla. I went to school and got a good degree. You guys didn't. They're going to like shame you a little bit for that. Um, don't be boastful, don't be bragging, but from your point of view, you're not boasting, you're not bragging. You're just like, "Hey, enjoy this new car with me." Um, but you're going to come across boastful, egoic, like you're bragging, and people are going to say that to you, and you're going to be, "No, I should be able to celebrate my successes with you. You're not listening to me." So it's just going to be kind of like this duel. And like all I can tell you guys from my personal life experience, and I've made the mistake that you're about to make, it's that you just learn some people you go to when you just need to bitch about your day. But that's the only way you connect with that friend. Some friends you go to when you need to like talk about your emotions nonstop because they're such great listeners and like to validate. Some people you go to when you want to go on a long hike and a physical exercise. some people you go to when you want to, bro, I just made 300,000 in my day trading. You're just going to learn that lesson this month. Congrats on your career, so whatever your career success is, though. In terms of your hopes or fears, you got the wheel card, and that's the card of change. And that's you saw the change coming, you knew the change was coming as a deliberate choice on your part for the change. I think it's one of those moments there where you wanted something good, you got the good thing, and you weren't prepared for what it would actually be, though. So let's keep going with the doctor analogy. You're like, woohoo, I want to be a doctor. I just want to help make people feel better. And I know in my brief stint in the medical industry, I was going for NP route and I did the CNA certificate first. I was like, well, let me do like the cheapest certificate I can to scope out if I'll be happy in that industry. And I thought, I'm helping people. They're going to love me coming over. No, these people are in pain. These people are, dying. They're like, oh, she's here, rolling their eyes, are like, I really don't want you here. I wish you weren't here. And I'm like, okay, but you can't get out of bed on your own. So they weren't happy to have the help. And like if you're a doctor, you're like, yeah, I just want to help people, help them heal. But then people come in and like what they really need to do is change their diet. And they're just like, can you give me that weight loss pill? You're like, are you gonna change your diet though too? Like I can give this to you, but you can change your diet too. So you're gonna realize, dang, I didn't realize I'd be helping people who don't want to help themselves. I thought I was gonna learn all this valuable knowledge. So I'd be helping them. Or, another thing that I've heard doctors say is they weren't prepared for the time limit placed on them to see patients. I knew one where they said you need to see 6 patients an hour at a bare minimum. So you'd have to walk in, quickly assess the patient, put the orders out, send the nurses and the medical assistants in, walk to the next one. And he was just always like, this is exhausting. And then they spend like a third of their time entering into the database. So it's going to be that kind of moment where you're like, I wanted this, but I didn't realize that this is what that was. Um, it's gonna be worth it though. Overall, it's worth it. You're just facing a little bit of social ramifications. People think you're being braggy when you're not, and a little bit of, oh, I didn't realize a third of my time would be in putting into an administrative system software, taking notes on patients. I didn't realize that. In terms of your outcome, you got the Sun card, so that's the ultimate like that's like the bliss card. It's like the human everyday bliss card. You're like, okay, I wasn't fully prepared for it. All right, so they thought I was a brag, whatever. Um, I'm still proud of my success. So good job, Cancer. Good job. So give me a thumbs up, give me a comment. It's way more fun for me when you guys are social and engaged. If you guys would like to come hang out and get a free personal reading, I go live every Tuesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. I'm also available for personal readings right now. The link for that is down below. Would love to see you guys further, however you choose, and have a good month, Cancer.